Intelligence and courage coexist with talent and effort. Formed a set of effective methodologies. Led you to see the essence through the phenomenon. Creativity plus action towards greater success.
My name is Eve. I work for Tencent right here in Shenzhen. Today, I would like to answer the following question. How can we enter our dream company with a bad hand of cards? Please imagine this scenario with me. You are an interviewer. A candidate is sitting right in front of you, and you are browsing her resume. Wow, it's telling you that she switched 3 jobs within 3 years. Not only that, she also lacks relevant work experience. Now, how would you feel? Would you hire this person? Well, the candidate we just imagined, it's me back in 2018. With all the odds stacked against me, how did I manage to get the interview opportunity of Tencent past 7 rounds of interview, stand out among dozens of candidates, and finally join Tencent? Because I have a secret method. I call it the law of walnuts. First of all, why walnut? Because walnut is hard on the outside and it's round shaped. And the nut inside looks just like a brain. I think we can learn a lot from a tiny walnut in order to enter our dream company. Now listen, I would like to do a quick survey. Has anyone here ever had a bad relationship before? Not just with lover, but friends, family? All right, see you. Okay, thank you. Now, if you don't like your job, please raise your hand. Let me see you. All right, pretty good. I thought all of you would raise your hand. Just kidding, okay? So, one last question. Have you ever had a bad relationship and you don't like your job? You know what to do. Okay, you see, what I'm trying to tell all of you is that being unhappy at work is just like having a bad relationship. How so? Because you can either settle or leave. Sometimes that's not a bad thing. Because if this company couldn't bring the best in you, then remember, we can always take chances. We can follow our dreams. We can rise to the challenge. In 2018, I felt like I was stuck in a dead-end job. Even if it paid well, I did not want to do that anymore. Because I've always believed that if my status quo doesn't please me, then I need to break through and create something new. So I thought to myself, I'm in Shenzhen, right? Why not try Tencent? That's my dream company. That's probably most people's dream company. Well, the road to success is always full of difficulties. Here comes the first task, job application. The traditional way is to deliver your resume on a recruiting website, right? But this way of applying for a job is just like trying to crack a walnut barehanded. It's way too hard to draw the interviewer's attention because basically they only have 1 minute for your resume. Therefore, the first step we should take is to improve the visibility of your resume. Let's put it this way. We all know that walnut is hard on the outside, right? But with the right tool, they're totally crackable. So, what's the right tool for us? My first tip is use the 6 degrees of separation theory to get an internal referral. Whoa, wait a minute. What's the 6 degrees of separation theory? Actually, it's pretty easy to understand. It's the idea that a chain of a friend of a friend of a friend can be made to connect any two people in a maximum of 6 steps. For example, does anyone here know anyone that works for a big company? You can raise your hand and let me see you. There, so many of you. You see, everyone here, if you can add this lady's WeChat, become friends with her, there. You have an internal referral right there, okay? So, in this way, your resume will be carefully read by the interviewer, and the chance for you to get a call from the HR become much, much higher. Guess what? Using this tip, I received the interview notice just the next day. All right, now I'm facing a second task. It's time to prepare for the interview. In Chinese, we often say 圆场,圆话. The 圆 in here means that someone is trying to solve a problem in a way that everyone's satisfied with, right? So, inspired by the round-shaped walnut, my second tip to you is find out the cause and solution of the key problem. While the key problem I found for myself is the job hopping, right? So, how to find a solution? We need to 自圆其说. Well, first thing, carefully go through every job you've ever had. Second thing, tell a good story to convince the interviewer that each move is part of your career plan. For example, my first job hop is switching from a project manager to a sales consultant. The reason behind that was because I wanted to learn how to deal with the wealthy clients. And I believe that under the no base salary, only commission policy, I can greatly hone my resistance to stress and reach my full capacity. As expected, in the first round of the interview, the interviewer asked me the exact questions, and I prepared well enough to reassure them. All right? This way, the whole process is going to be much, much effective. Now, finally, I've come to the last round. It's time to meet the big boss. Well, if you open a walnut, you see how much the nut looks like a brain, right? Inspired by this nut shape, my third tip and my last tip to you is act smart and know your audience. My last interviewer is Tencent's Vice President, Colin. What impressed me the most is when he asked me this question. He says, what's the core competency of your last company? Wow, how will you answer this question? It's kind of big, right? Maybe by asking yourself, what will I want to hear if I were him? Is anyone here ever wished that maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend would just stop talking and listen to what you want? If we all just listen and pay attention to what the other side wants, then maybe we'll all be a bit happier, right? So, as a VP of an international conglomerate, I can tell what he cared the most is the strategy towards a higher and higher revenue. Therefore, I started to answer this question by describing the management finance of my last company. It showed that I've been paying close attention to what my audience care about, even before this interview. Finally, I won the favor of the 7 interviewers in all 7 rounds. Normally, it takes about 2 weeks to complete all of these interviews. But do you want to know how long it took me? 1 day. I complete the Mission Impossible in 1 day with a little bit of luck and lots of preparation. All right, time to recap. Number 1, it might be hard from the beginning, but always maintain your social network. Try and get yourself an internal referral. Number 2, find out the cause and solution of the key problem on your resume. Prepare sufficiently to reassure the interviewer. Number 3, understand the other sides. Act smart and know your audience. Despite starting with a bad hand of cards, I managed to enter my dream company. Therefore, no matter if you've been working for years or just got out of college, I believe by taking the law of walnuts, we can choose our own path, we can climb up the corporate ladder, we can crack the problem, just like we crack the walnut. It takes a lot of effort, courage, and determination. But I believe if I can do it, you can do it. We can do it. Yes, we can. Thank you.